what I got to do today. And I do it peacefully and calmly. I don't go in a frenzy and I don't harass myself, but I know my responsibility, and when I walk in, I need to attend to it. But so you're asking me when I wake up and what motivates me? I have to have peace and harmony. I think I need to go inside of me, and always when you go within, what happens is you know what you need to do for the day, and that is important to me. If I don't have that, I often do not enjoy my day. And I think a lot of people need to know that everything is within us and not outside of us.
Okay, so then I have to ask the question, were you always like this? Did you, because, there's a sense of, when someone is successful in business, it's pumping and it's moving and it's time and it's cell phones while they're lying in bed and on computers and you've had such success and you've had such recognition, Charlene. I mean, third runner-up in the African SMME Awards in 2010, 2007 first runner-up, featured in Business Day Vital Signs, nominated in CEO Magazine, South Africa's most influential woman in business and government awards in 2011, etc., etc. You are, you have this great success and you are recognized and you've taken this brand, and yet you have a very balanced side. We talk about how do you get to this balance? How do you live this stressful life but have time for peace?
But
this is what I'm saying. This is I want to know how you got there.
Okay, well, as I say, you start in the beginning and you go within you, so you know what you stand for, what your worth is, and what you're going to give for that day, and share. You go into a space of frenzy, and because you have gotten in touch with your core earlier, you can deal with it, and you can get to where you want to be, because it is all vibration and energy. So if that's what you're going to want, you're going to have that. When it's all over, when the shouting's all over, as my staff know what goes on in a day, and you leave that environment,
you've got this adrenaline still pumping through your body.
And you get to your space, whether it's your home or you want to be with your family or dinner or whatever, and you come back to you. Because you actually, for me, in the workplace, as much as we in the moments, I actually don't exist in that workplace, because what I've done is I've given myself totally to that environment. And my staff, we all know that. I'm always saying to them, it's about now. It's not about you at home in the evening worrying about things. It's about now and what we're doing. So we give 100%. The going home and coming back to you is vital, Niki, because you can continue the next day. You've got to have that shift of total going back to you.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. 9 minutes to 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to be with you. I have Charlene Lewison in the studio, who I'm finding incredibly inspirational. She is the director of Birdie Golf Apparel. Why is she in the studio? Because she's a finalist of the South Africa's Most Influential Woman in Business and Government 2011. And we also have Charlene's assistant, personal assistant, one of two, Mari Beatrix. And what's really interesting, Charlene, is that your approach, having this very balanced approach, that when you're at work you give 100% and you have a cut-off time. And I just think as well that there are a lot of people out there who are working and think that in order to achieve success, they've got to give their lives over to that profession, that home life or friendship or family that comes plays second fiddle to the career. But with you, I get a sense that there's a balance.
I have a cutoff. I do not work after hours unless I really have to, and I do not work on weekends. That is the success of the shifting. If you want to be successful, if you want to be unsuccessful, a lot of people take their work home, and what they do is they bring that into their sanctuary of space, and that is not okay. That is never going to get the balance. In fact, it's going to take away from the balance. Your home should be your home. Your work is your work. In fact, people that do work from home should separate that room and keep it separate. They must not bring that into their social
sanctuary,
their home. Sanctuary. No, it's not okay.
And and at the end of the day, you've still got a fortune of work, and you've got a deadline. Do you rather stay at work till 12, or you go, no, there's nothing else I can do?
At work, that's it. But tomorrow's another day. And I never procrastinate, meaning I will not, if I've got to finish my work in that day, and we make sure we do. Marie?
Yeah, we make sure.
I make sure I do. And whether we work a bit faster or a bit more, a bit more planning, you've got to not take that home with you.
We got an SMS. By the way, the lines are open. If you have any questions for Charlene, please feel free to call us 0861 24 24 36 or SMS us on 34519. Someone said, what do you eat if you're a vegan?
Okay. I eat most things. I just do not eat animal products. But one of the most wonderful things about being a vegan is there is so much abundance from the earth. We have the plant life. We have the fruits. We have from the soil. I mean, you get potatoes. My diet is basically rice, potatoes, corn, beans, lentils, millet, quinoa. There's just so much, and you need to know how. It's just amazing.
I mean, and you look amazing.
Thank
for people who say you have to eat protein or you have to look at you. I mean, you look fantastic. You've been doing it for 30 years.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes. No. I just realized what my body wanted, and I think a lot of people got to listen to their bodies, and a lot of people really don't know how to tap into that, because your body really tells you all. And my body was saying, I need to have more vital ingredients in my diet.
And it's just made all the difference.
Well, I can tell you that it definitely keeps us together and balanced and energized. Yeah, and I've taught my staff and all the guys around me, and if I can just be that light and help to a lot of people just through my own success, that's all I really want to achieve. I don't preach. I don't preach anything. If you want to know, I'm going to tell you. But I used to do that to my family, that when I leave, they can't wait for me to leave, because then they bring out all the chocolates and all the nonsense. They say, Charlene must leave now. Come, we
want to.
And then I realized I'm becoming not popular. So that stopped a long time ago. And but by being a vegan, it is not limiting, really, in terms of what you can have.
Charlene, are you happy with where you are with Birdie Golf Apparel, or do you have much bigger dreams?
Yes, we've achieved so much, and I'm very content. But it doesn't mean we don't stop dreaming. The Birdie brand has powerful essence, and obviously due to what we've given over the years and what we've put in to build this brand, the projects I've been involved with, the amount of time and finances spent to actually get to where you want to be. I mean, I am a South African brand that competes with international brands. So just by succeeding in that keeps me wanting to stay there and be better all the time.
And when you are recognized with these kind of awards, I mean, you're a finalist.
Yes.
The other people who are achieving also fantastic things. How does that fuel you? Does that intimidate you because you think, oh, maybe I can't stay up there?
It used to intimidate me when I wasn't there. So, in fact, this little story you have to know. When I'm being awarded, it's in July at the Sandton Convention Center. There's 1,000 women, very successful, high-profile businesswomen that are going to be at this conference where I will be awarded in my category. In 2004, I was at that conference morning. It's the most unbelievable morning. It's empowering women in business. And I will never forget how I looked at these women and I thought, wow, they are amazing. I'm just not there yet. And I was a bit intimidated by them. In fact, why I'm telling you this, because it's quite funny, because when I do receive my award, I'm going to stand up there and tell them I was here in 2004. I was on the stage. I was in a lucky seat number and I won a cell phone.
And
I was at the back. Now, little did I know that today next month, I'm going to be up there with these women that I used to look up to and admire, and I'm going to be receiving the award. So, you know, I'm intimidated, yes, when you're not where you want to be. But you should, what I've learned in business, you should never fear that, because like I teach my staff and all the people involved in my business, there is barriers, there is thorns. Just like I've got to compete with all these brands. They're going to be in front of you. But instead of seeing it that way, just try and jump over that, or find a way to avoid it. Do not fear it, because it'll block you in terms of who you want to be and what you want to do for your business in the end. And I think that has worked very well with my staff, because what life is about that. You will always have barriers. You will always have things that just don't work. So don't view it as a negative. Try and work around it. You know, that is a very hard thing
and
to
have
do.
the dreams, because that, with you in 2004 being there, and now in 2011 you're going and you're receiving an award.
Yes.
So have the dreams. You know, this is 7 years later. It's 7 years of hard work.
Absolutely, and it has been hard work.
But it's only the beginning.
And it's
I feel with you.
Thank you, Niki.
It's only a beginning.
Thank you for that acknowledgement, because, you know, if you're going to do something, do it properly and do it passionately. If you believe in you and your brand and what you want to be, then just fight those, you know, bulldoze down. Even if you snap those barriers, but just, they're not there, and do it. You know, and how we've survived and succeeded is through that. You know, I'm just a local brand that has now become really acknowledged, and
good for you.
That's what it's about.
I'm going to end it on that note, because I think it's just, you know, putting a lot of wonderful thoughts in people's minds. So I want to say, Charlene, thank you. You've inspired me. I've just seen a wonderful sense of balance, and that in itself is a great inspiration. And continue to do what you do and lead women in business. We need more successful business women leading the way. And I hope that our High FM listeners were inspired.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. That was Charlene Lewison, Director of Birdie Golf Apparel, South Africa's Most Influential Woman in Business and Government 2011 Award finalist. And her PA, Mari Beatrix, was also in the studio. Lovely to have them.